The Fold was a cult founded on a private American island in the 1960s, funded by anonymous benefactors. They wanted to make a peaceful society where no dark thoughts or emotions were allowed. This goal was led by Otto Stamper, who later becomes the Doctor's mentor before his head gets peeled open and his brain violated by electrodes and sensors. But while his head is still intact, Otto taught his followers how to be happy in the same way that a white suburban mom does, through joy talk, meditation, and repeating good thinking mantras. He just wanted peace, even if it had to be enforced. Like a reverse priest, he banished anyone who confessed to having dark thoughts or spoke dark words. There were snitches everywhere that outed anyone who thought or spoke against the community. Everything was Gucci for a while, but then people began to mysteriously disappear. There was some sort of dark figure in the shadows around the island that freaked everyone out, even following them to their dreams. In order to ward off this evil, they gathered and repeated the good thinking mantras because that's supposed to do something, I guess. Otto tries to calm them down by announcing that there are traitors amongst them and that they brought this darkness named Drowny into their garden of joy. Everyone was put on house arrest to prevent rumors and dark talk from spreading. Sleep was even forbidden to prevent anyone from having dark dreams. Everything can go back to normal once the Drowny leaves. After more people disappeared, Otto held another town meeting featuring a very nosy journalist. She's there to destroy everything they've built. How rude of her. Restrained, the woman tries to explain to them that Otto isn't the savior he claims to be. He's part of an ancient rich people club that corrupts and sacrifices people to an elder god. You know, for funsies. Otto hadn't banished anyone. He tortured and sacrificed them, and they're next. Otto has a zero tolerance policy on fake news, so he deals with the situation as diplomatically as he can and slits her throat. He announces that she was working with others in the community and that they needed to find the imposters before the Drowny came for them all. A thick fog creeped in between everyone's legs. Years of bottled up dark thoughts were brought up inside the sleep-deprived community. They try to keep the darkness inside, but it's no use. They give in and let it all out. Their fingers are pointed at each other, quickly growing violent with their accusations. A smiling Otto watches as they tear each other apart with nothing more than hands and teeth. Once there was nothing but corpses and body parts left, the dark fog liquefied into a thick mud. It oozed over the scene and a monstrosity emerged. With a soundtrack of shrieks, cries, whimpers, pops, and cracks, it picked up and took in every single piece of what was once a happy and blissful community. Once it was done, it looked back at Otto before walking away and disappearing into the same shadows it emerged from.